Hello everyone and welcome to the Body Renewal channel. Today we'll be doing a beginner's workout for 15 minutes. You don't need any equipment. You'll need one chair for certain exercises. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to start with arm circles. Make sure that you stay in your own comfort level when you do these exercises. So your arm circles might look different than mine. Let's switch up. Going forwards now. Ten more seconds to go. We'll be doing touch toes next. The goal of this exercise is to warm up the lower body. Make sure you keep your knees straight and don't worry if you can't touch your toes. Go at your own pace with your own flexibility level. Hip circles are next. Go ahead and grab a chair. We're going to use it to sort of support ourselves for balance. Imagine you're drawing big circles with your knees. We're going to go backwards, only backwards this time. Next we have around the world. This one is a total body exercise. Clasp your hands together. Put your hands away from you and begin drawing big circles. And focus on keeping your elbows nice and straight the whole time. As you go down, you're going to add a little bit of a squat like I'm doing here. And I'm going to change directions now. All the way around, big circles. Go ahead and grab your chair again. We're going to do some chair squats. Make sure that when you go down, you do it in slow motion. Really slow. The lower the chair, the harder the exercise. Next up, we got boxing. As you may notice, I am not a professional boxer. Really, no boxing skills required here. You can try any combination that you like here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just count your punches. Maybe do 5, 6 in a row. You can just get creative here, but make sure that you keep moving for the entire 45 seconds. One and a half squats are next. We'll be doing a regular squat and adding a little bit of a bounce at the very bottom. Make sure to keep your knees behind your toes as you go down. Go as slow as you can. We're focusing on quality and not quantity. Standing crunches are next. When you lift up your knees here, when you get to the very, very top, give yourself a nice squeeze on your abs. Next we have an elevated plank. The goal here is to create one straight line between your shoulders, hips, and feet. Here I demonstrate if your hips are too forward or going too much back as you lift up your butt. You want somewhere in the middle, right there. Up next we have half inchworms. Walking your hands towards the top of the mat and going backwards. Take your time and go at your own pace. Next up, we have hip thrusts. Make sure that you start with a wide stance on your hips so that your feet are planted on the floor as well as your hands. Next up, we have floor cycles. Here you have the option of putting your hands down on the floor next to your hips and pressing on the floor. That will make this exercise a little bit easier. Or you can do it with your hands behind your head, like I'm doing here. Try to keep your lower back flushed to the floor. Next up, we have the V sit-ups. Next up, we have bird dog. If you have sensitive knees, I recommend using a cushion. Making an effort to keep your supporting elbow as straight as possible, nice and firm through the upper body as well. And we're almost there. We're gonna finish up with a couple of stretches. First is the lower back stretch. Take it nice and slow, reaching down to the floor with your hands. Lastly, you want to tuck in your chin towards your chest. I recommend you get up nice and slow, maybe sit down for a minute or two, just so you don't get too dizzy when you get up. And lastly, we're gonna stretch our chest. You can use a wall or a piece of furniture. Make sure to keep your hips on a neutral position, like you learned in the earlier exercises. Start facing the wall. Put your hand on the wall and spread your fingers wide, and start turning away from the wall as you intensify the stretch. Now let's finish with the other side. Congratulations on finishing this workout. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. And if you did enjoy, then hit the like button. I'll see you in the next video.